Going on, Jerome's beautiful Sunday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news. So, of course, it is Father's Day. So, happy Father's Day to Justin Jefferson. Taking care of little Jar. It's awesome. Also, Stepfather's Day, Jordan Addison. He's not a stepfather. He's a father who stepped up, or whatever the saying is, right? And of course, Jefferson with his first child, Marshawn Lattimore. It's awesome to see. It's fantastic. All right, so happy Father's Day out there, everyone, everywhere. We'll get all mushy at the end. Talk about our Father's Day and all that stuff, but some other stuff and things. Speaking of which, so Jordan Addison, I'm legitimately worried. Like, I know that I shouldn't be, but ideally, I would love if Jordan Addison stayed out of trouble for the next 6-7 weeks. Right, and he's going to have his court case adjudicated about the DUI. But Addison, he seems like a good dude, and it seems like he means well, and he's a very talented player. And is it just a maturity thing, or I don't know. But hanging out in LA with his guy Caleb Williams, reuniting the men of Troy, and the buying weird clothes together. Well, I say weird clothes, except. Like, I'm sure that pair of shoes on that marble square, like, they look pretty plain, except they probably cost more than my car. It's usually how it goes. I don't understand high fashion, but, Caleb Williams, he seems like a good dude as well. So hopefully he and Addison can walk the line and all that stuff. And speak of which, like I said, Jordan Addison, very talented player. Same thing with Justin friggin' Jefferson. Right, Vikes fan page. Vikings wide receivers Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison tied for the second most combined touchdowns by a wide receiver duo last season. Big things ahead in 2025. Jefferson had 10, Addison had 9. We won't talk about who combined for 27. Okay, fine. Jamar Chase had 17, winning the Triple Crown. Congrats. And then T. Higgins also got 10. T. Higgins, low key, like, bolster my fantasy team. Like, him coming in as like a 7th or 8th round pick, just like constantly just like putting up numbers in that flex. It's good times, man. Yeah. Also, Tell Us What Metellus is back in full force at mandatory minicamp. So one of the questions was, who's your celebrity lookalike? And new Viking Jonathan Allen, Christian Ivory from Friday Night Lights, the actor. I mean, it's pretty close. It's pretty aight. Then you got Eric Wilson, who looks like Will Smith. It's funny that he says that. I thought that the first time around when he came up as a UDF. He was the OG, original undrafted free agent linebacker from Cincinnati. All right, I thought he kind of looked like Fresh Prince. It's good times. Also, it's weird, like the career of Will Smith, right? Basically came out of nowhere. Cast in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, was a hit show, made him an international star, did films like Independence Day, Bad Boys. I'll actually say Bad Boys 2 is significantly better than Bad Boys 1, which is saying a lot. Bad Boys 1 is pretty damn good. But also, the whole weird thing about his bald wife and like getting smacked around and all that stuff, I don't know. I kind of feel bad for him, especially with all the other stuff. Like, this isn't TMZ, but my God, like, how much? Oh yeah, root for Fresh Prince. That's all. Who would my celebrity look like be? Obviously Bobby Lee, right? I guess that's fair. I actually get that a lot. Maybe Bobby Lee and I should go get Korean barbecue together, and we'll film it for #content. That'd be good. Also good. Fantastic. Mekhi Blackman got married over the weekend to his lovely bride, Evelia. So congratulations to the Blackmans, and it's beautiful to see. Also, I love the white tux. You just don't see many white tuxes out there, but Mekhi is definitely pulling that thing off. Starting cornerback this year. Absolutely. So congrats to the Blackmans. Wishing nothing but health, happiness, and prosperity. Go get some. That's right. Also, Diamond Dallas Turner. So I love when players give back, right? So Jefferson with his flight school stuff, and as well as doing some great things in his hometown, great things here in the Twin Cities. Diamond Dallas Turner, St. Thomas Aquinas High School, the alma mater. Woo! Also, look at that crowd. Looking out for DDT. That's right, man. All right. Big things from Diamond Dallas Turner in year 2. And also what's great, too, so he came to the league at 21. Obviously, there was a lot of room to grow, but his arms literally like reach his kneecaps. He is not going to be outlengthed by any offensive tackle out there. It's going to be really good, man. Also good. So the Vikings announced that they had extended Wes Phillips by 1 year through 2026. He was coming up on a contract year. And a Daily Norseman, Wes Phillips will be the first Vikings OC to hold the job for at least 4 consecutive years since Darrell Bevell held the job from 2006 to 2010. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, he doesn't call the plays. I mean, he's still like knee deep in the offensive game planning. He's a major part of the offensive infrastructure. He's a great resource to Kevin O'Connell, calling plays as well as putting together the game plan. So it's fine. It's fine. You know who else didn't really call plays? Darrell Bevell, right? During the chilly years, right? But Bevell, Bill Musgrave, Bill 3x5 Musgrave, because he was, hey, all right, here's what we're gonna do. The play is probably gonna be bad. Norv Turner. It's so funny. Like, so Norv came in with Zimmer, first OC, and first off, Norv and Zim completely fumbled, pun intended, the Cordero Patterson situation, right? Because Norv and Zimmer were just like, everything must be, you must be a full route tree receiver, or you're not going to get on the field. Like, they played Charles Johnson over Cordero Patterson. Cordero was never going to be just an accurate route running wide receiver. Like, he was never going to be Thielen. He was never going to be Diggs. He was never going to be Justin Jefferson, right? But he was just this weird freak offensive player that just give him the ball and turn it into a return in the open field. Like, Cordero is basically Josh Cribbs. Right, and the Browns misused Josh Cribbs too, except they used him better than Cordero than the Vikings did. But it's so weird that Arthur frickin' Smith is the one who actually opened things up with Cordero, right? Him in Atlanta, also Cordero in Chicago to a degree. But I mean, Bill Musgrave, when Cordero was a rookie in 2013, actually got it right. Just like, hey, let's line him back in the backfield in the I formation, just toss him the ball. Because I distinctly remember 2013, it might have been, it wasn't week 1, but it was against the Rams, and Cordero just got a toss, and he went 67 yards. And I was just like, my fantasy team. That's right, man. But yeah, Norv, whatever. Shermer. So Shermer was fine, except you could tell that his head was turned. 2017, 38-7. Like, he just mentally checked out, right? The game plan was whatever. He already got the Giants head coaching job, which he held on for like 2 years. So, John DeFilippo. So, what's really sad, so DeFilippo didn't even make through the full season, right? And so DeFilippo was hired because he worked with Tony Sparano with the Raiders, right? And Tony Sparano, the late great Tony Sparano, was an offensive line coach. He was a real. So Zimmer and DeFilippo obviously didn't get along, but Sparano was the buffer, right? And when Tony unfortunately died right before the start of the season, I mean, it just didn't work out, right? And then Stefanski took over an interim basis 2018, got the full-time job in 2019, got the Browns head coaching job in 2020, and then entered the Kubiak. Yeah, Garrett Kubiak, football and football propane and propane accessories. And then Clint, who's now the OC in Seattle, which is kind of funny. Then Wes Phillips last 4 years. There you go. It's good to see. Also good to see a former Viking quarterback winning a freaking championship. That's right. So the DC Defenders put it on the Michigan Panthers. That's right, Lions. Hey, no one is winning a championship that plays their home games in Ford Field. All right, so the Michigan Panthers got spanked 58-34. DC is the place to be, and quarterbacked by Jordan Ta'amu, who was named MVP, 21 of 28, 418 and 5 touchdowns. Woo! Now, what's weird is that the UFL games, like, notably, like, the offense was kind of low throughout most of the season, but this one was a barn burner, baby. It's good to see. And you remember Ta'amu, who was who signed, had a cup of coffee with the Vikings in camp, very late in camp, August 21st, 2023, and dressed for one preseason game, and nothing happened there. But maybe they bring back that love and feeling Although they seem pretty happy with obviously J.J. McCarthy, and then also you got Max Brosner as the UDFA. So maybe not. So we'll see. But he looked good. He looked good, man. That's right, baby. Lastly, so Father's Day is today, and as you know, periodically they will pop in on the channel, and I love being a father, right? And I don't like to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm a pretty okay dad at times, and life can get busy and very hectic. Except I always try to be present, So like when you're spending time with the kids, and carve out time specifically for them, and plus it's hard with multiple kids because sometimes they feel left out. But when you spend time with the kids, specifically, say, hey, like Margaret and I played chess yesterday, right? But no phones, no distractions, no nothing. Just focus on chess. I whooped her ass. I did that thing where you can checkmate your opponent in 4 moves. I did that, and then I dabbed. Yeah. Actually, no. We played to a draw twice outside of that one. But within, so she's like fully all in on chess. So I think she's gonna whoop my ass in like a year. We'll see. And it's important because I had a great father. Obviously I was adopted, although we kind of look alike. Yeah. But my dad was fantastic. Also, I blame him. He's the stupid one who got me into becoming a Vikings fan. Like him and my grandpa. Saddled me with a lifetime of pain and suffering. I should sue. Very litigious right now. Yeah. But also, this is great too because got the Chris Carter. Like CC was his favorite player. Well, actually, his favorite player was like Bill Boom Boom Brown or something. No, his favorite player was Jim Marshall. Let's be honest here. But when I was growing up in the Vikings in the 90s, like it was Chris Carter. And he would literally sit in front of the TV, which, by the way, back in the 90s, TVs weighed 500 pounds. Like, and also, you get the ones that were in like the wood panel, the tube TVs. And if it ever broke, you just kept it and you stacked another TV on top of it because it's furniture, right? But he would literally just like sit and watch the game and be like, throw the ball to Carter. And we had Anthony and Chris Carter for a stretch, but I was like, I was a smart ass even as a kid. I was just like, hey, I don't think they thought about that. Just getting the ball to your stud, man. But yeah, he was a great dad. Always listen and always, he was interested in whatever I was interested in, and really, I don't say like pushed, but supported me chasing whatever interested me. And I want to do that with my kids as well. And here's what's wild. I actually don't care if my kids ever root for the Vikings or are interested in football in general. The middle kid, Rocco, like he loves soccer. He loves swimming. Doesn't care about football. Doesn't care. Well, he kind of likes basketball. Kind of likes the run that the Wolves were on. But like I'm never gonna be like, the dads from Varsity Blues. Oh, you gotta play football, son. Because I don't know, the wife and I still have reservations. Like obviously, it's the safest time to ever play youth football ever, right? Because of consciousness of concussions, as well as the equipment, as well as the rules and all that stuff. I get it, but if he doesn't want to play, he doesn't want to play. If they don't want to root for the Vikings, they don't have to root for the Vikings. It's perfectly fine. We will root for the Flash and whatever that stupid dinosaur is. That's also, they're really into Pokemon right now, as well as SpongeBob SquarePants, which is kind of fun. Anyways, but it's an absolute privilege to be a father. And not getting into the personal details, but I mean, for a while we did have trouble conceiving, but then all of a sudden God was just like, I shall burden you now. Nah, it's something I never take lightly because we also, I mean, I'm aware that a lot of couples like struggle to conceive and some never do. Right. So never take this lightly. Like even when it's hard times when stupid Ezra has like a stupid cough and he's like all whiny and stuff and no one's sleeping ever. But it's a blast. It's an honor. Love being these kids' dad. And thing about it is if you're ever concerned that you're not a good parent, that means that you probably are a good parent, because you're concerned about your quality as opposed to just like, whatever. No, but kids are a blessing, and just go from there. And I hope that I'm a decent dad because I had a great role model. That's all. Anyways, Vikings news dump for this beautiful, glorious Sunday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull production value.